This is David with Hagerty and Redline Rebuild Updates. We're working on our Chevy pickup truck and we're going to put the front clip on today. I have some improv work stands set up here. These are some stackable totes for putting parts in, but they're very strong. So what I'm going to do is actually take and set the clip up on top of these so I can go through and I'm going to dress out like the front headlights and get all that stuff done. So I'm not trying to deal with it and work around all the bumper and all that stuff. I can do the clip stuff right here and get the clip on, get it all mounted in, and then we'll set the radiator and start dressing everything else out and eventually put the hood on. So here we go.
Need that glow so I can see it.
So I have my running lights out of the front grille on the pickup truck. And to clarify, yes, these are readily available online. I can buy them all day long. However, I'm going to take the opportunity to actually repair these and make them functional again. Just in case the project that you're working on, those lights are not available, because there's a lot of them that are not. So if I was going to restore this, one of the things I would do, obviously I'd come in here, I'd sandblast this, and I'd buy some, just some aluminized style spray paint and paint these out. It helps for the reflection of the light. For this truck, I'm not. But what I am going to do is repair this bare wire. So these wires had initially had like a cloth exterior on them, and obviously that rots away and deteriorates. And when I'm sending voltage through this wire, and if it grounds out onto the case or anywhere along the lines, then I'm going to have a short and obviously problems. So what I'm going to do, and our wiring harness came with, is actually this pretty long jumper wire. But what I'm going to do is splice this into the back of the bulb, use some of this heat shrink, and basically reline that wire. The wire itself is still good, it just lost its insulation. So run this up in there, shrink it down, have a soldered splice in between, and this light can be reassembled and put back on the front clip. grab a battery. Do we need to do that? All right. Okay. So here's our freshly wired socket. It's all put back together. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go take and set it on the battery, negative to positive, and see if our light comes on. And now this would be ready to install back into the grill. Probably not making a good ground to it. Huh. Or that battery, we don't know that bulb's any good. If our bulb's good, if it doesn't work now, it's the ground between the socket and the other. Here, let me check it that way first, and then, yeah, look at that. Boy, she glows like two fireflies. Beautiful. All the nuts. Like that. Just a foot. All right, so far our progress today is front clip is mounted. It's attached to the cowl on the pickup truck, and I had to make a little special accommodations with some washers to get the front end shimmed up and attached. But it is now attached to the frame as well. And heck, we even got our Fram oil filter here installed, so that's a good thing. What I'm going to wrap up with here is I'm going to get the radiator in and get the wire routed up over here and in position, and then basically just see what else I can do. I know I need to get these park lamps working, and then we can get that piece, the shroud that goes on here, which houses the hood latch, which is kind of that next step of getting the body back together. But it is nice, finally, to see this front clip back on the truck where it belongs. Looking good. Okay, now that we've got our clip on, the engine is in, the radiator's in, one thing I've noticed here is my center of gravity is a little different. It doesn't take much, and I'm going to start flipping this off the front. So basically, because when we set this on here, we shuffled things around so it was centered relative to no weight in the front end, and kind of centered it around the cab because that's where the mass is at. So now lifting it up, we're starting to teeter just off of the front, and there's no weight in the back end. I need to take and shift this back to be safe. That's something you want to be careful with a hoist, because keep in mind, as you change that weight balance, it changes, and, well, you don't want it flipping off. So let's throw some tires on the back and use a jack to move it. All right, the next task, we're going to make these blinkers function. Now, I honestly don't know why I like them, but I'm attached to these for whatever reason, because I guess it's because they're red on the backside and orange on the front, and I don't know, they're different. I haven't seen them like this before, so we're going to make these work like we did with these front running lights. So I'm going to have to heat this nut that holds them on, get this out of the way, kind of blast it up to clean it so we get a good ground, replace the socket, and kind of do the same number we did on those as far as a fresh wire going up. But hey, it'd be one more thing done, and have that look that it looked like when we pulled it out of the woods. Keeping the look. Keep on. Keep it on. Okay, well, hey, that wraps up the basic repair on this light. Got to put the lens and everything back in, and then get it remounted onto the apron of the front end. And after that, we'll keep continuing on. Got some water lines to run, and to kind of wrap up the engine side of things. And then we got to shore up that bed. But till then, get out in the shop, get your work done, go enjoy life. See ya.